Hi guys, it's Marissa from Risehigh Financial Solutions, and today we're talking about building a new home. Now, building a new home can be a super exciting time, but it can also be a little bit stressful. And during the build, you might experience unexpected costs that you weren't planning for. So today I'm hoping to shed some light on some of these potential unexpected costs so that you can go into the process fully prepared and fully aware of what might come up. Obviously, when you're doing a build, you've got the cost of the build. So that would include your labor, your materials, and any builder's margin. Hopefully, you've entered into a fixed price build contract with a licensed builder. If not, hopefully you're managing it yourself, you're experienced at doing so, and you've forward budgeted for what each of the trades and all the materials will cost you. Outside of this, there are things that you need to factor into your costs to make sure that you're aware and that you've got enough money left over at the end. So at the early stages, firstly, you need to obviously do some architectural plans, and you need to get these approved by council. Now, the architect or the draftsperson will charge you fees for this, and the council will also charge you fees for getting the application assessed and approved. If you've used a private certifier, you may also have some fees for the private certifier to basically offer that approval process for you. So you need to make sure you've got sufficient funds aside for your plans and all of your approvals. Once you've got all your approvals done, there are going to be other things that need to happen, like soil tests, contour survey, things like that, which are required before the builder can give you that fixed price contract or that fixed price quote. If you're also looking at entering into a building contract with a licensed builder, generally they'll offer you the basic inclusions with the contract price, but you might want some upgrades. For example, you might want nicer level of finishes, you might want better quality carpets, kitchens, tapware, you might want to include better quality appliances, things like that will potentially be upgrades and variations. If that's likely to be the case, then it's best to negotiate these things before you enter into the building contract, because once you're in the building contract, sometimes these variations can get out of hand. You also want to think about landscapes and driveways and fencing and even things down to the letterbox and the clothesline. How are you going to factor these in? Make sure you've thought about these things up front, and if you do want the builder to do these things for you, include them in the build contract before you sign the build contract. Finally, and this is a big one, you need to expect delays. Plus, you need to have a buffer available to cover any additional unexpected costs that come along during the process. So in relation to unexpected costs, I like to allow a buffer of 15% of the build price to make sure that you've got enough funds there so that if anything crops up along the way or goes wrong, you've got some surplus cash sitting there. In relation to delays, almost all build projects run over time. It's very rare that it actually runs on time and to budget. So factor in some delays. If that means that you need to factor in a bit of extra cash flow to extend a period of rental, if you have to rent another house whilst your house is being built, then do that. If it means that you need to factor in some extra cash flow to manage your interest and your mortgage repayments during your build process, then do that. Basically, what I'm saying is make sure that you are not squeezing every penny and that you've actually got some buffer funds available that will protect you in the case of unexpected delays or unexpected costs. Most importantly, enjoy the process. It's a great process to go through, and even though it can be a little bit stressful throughout the process, it's really, really great at the end of the day when you get into your new home and it's exactly the way that you want it. So enjoy the process, and we'd love to help you out and help you plan and factor in all of those costs to make sure that there's not going to be any stress from the finance side of things. So get in touch today. One of our wonderful mortgage brokers at Risehigh would love to help you, and we would love to help make that dream come true. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.